How can teenagers use social media in a more active and positive way to promote their mental health? Well, good morning to the educator, advisor, to all the parents and students. My name is Jade Setiawan from grade 12 social class, and today I will be explaining about my research that I have been conducting for the past 5 months. It is about the impact of social media on teenagers' mental health. The purpose of the research is to find out the answer of, does social media affect teenagers' mental health severely? If so, how severe? Teenagers nowadays are always on social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or Discord, YouTube, Pinterest, and a lot others. But what other people don't talk about is how much time they spend on social media. The excessive use of social media could lead to feelings of isolation, loneliness, and also low self-esteem because they spend most of their time in the internet world rather than the real world, which decreases socialization and face-to-face interaction with other people. Also, comparison to other people, no matter if it's their life or how they look, it creates unrealistic standards, and it also makes other teenagers feel anxiety, and it can range from a minor to severe problems. Cyberbullying can also happen, as it can mean explicit messages or public shaming. In this study, teenagers are from the ages of 13 until 18 years old. This study is the problem is most likely going to continue as there is not a permanent solution found yet, but there are some that might help decrease the negative effects of social media towards teenagers' mental health. Instagram is a widely used app towards teenagers nowadays, where they can share posts, they can like posts, they can comment, and others. But Instagram could also affect on how people look at themselves, self-image, body image, and the rising likelihood of eating disorders, because they keep comparing themselves, how they physically look, with how people look on social media, even if it could be fake. TikTok is also a very popular social media app that is used among teenagers, where you can share, watch, and like, and create 15-second videos. It can be addictive, but it can also promote wrongly content, which could lead to symptoms like clumsiness or tiredness with conditions of ADHD. And both of these apps are frequently getting updated, which means that they are getting more developed every time they are updated. I use both research, quantitative and qualitative research, where quantitative research is numerical data collected from close-ended questions in the questionnaire. Meanwhile, qualitative research is non-numerical data gathered from open-ended questions in the questionnaire and through the interviews. The interviews are with 2 expertise, and one of the expertise is from none other than MSCS Senior High's student counselor, and the other is a private counselor outside of MSCS. We used Google Forms to create 15 questions, and we were supposed to distribute it to our target audience, and we were given about a month to collect at least 60 respondents. I was able to gather 70 respondents, with most of them being from MSCS senior high students or junior high students, and from other schools in Surabaya. The total respondents of 70 has been concluded that they spend 3 until 4 hours or 5 until 6 hours on social media, and more than half of the respondents are agreeing that social media addiction is real. One of the expertise has mentioned during the interview about nomophobia. Nomophobia is a behavior where one individual can't be without their gadget, or they can't let go of their gadget, even if there's nothing to worry about. Some respondents argue that, yes, social media can lead to negative effects such as anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. But others also believe that social media can have positive effects, like enhancing connection and self-esteem. To decrease those negative effects, the respondents suggest to have limiting their usage on social media, to engage on offline activities and in real-life relationships. Both of the expertise believe and agree that what social media apps can do to help is to limit the app usage by specific hours on specific age groups. But it's hard to limit by age, because even if the social media platforms already have age restrictions, they might still be able to lie about their age. They They also both agree that what mental health experts can do to help is to have a parenting seminar or discussion with parents about how the appropriate usage of social media should be by teenagers. One of the experts mentioned about having a campaign, for example, like one day without gadgets, to promote and raise awareness of the importance of limiting screen time. The other expertise says about creating programs for teenagers to know more about themselves, because this specific expertise believes that if teenagers learn to love and accept themselves, they will most likely not be negatively influenced by social media. There are also some strategies from the expertise on effective in promoting positive mental health outcomes. One of the expertise mentioned about social media advertising collabing with influencers, because advertisement would come across once in a while on your screen, and since teenagers are always on their gadgets, they would come across it, especially if the advertisement is clear, concise, interesting, and good. It could be very effective for them. The other expertise says about helping teenagers understand and give affirmation, especially for those who are still trying to figure out their self-concept. There are also social media use that might be contributing to an increase in negative health outcomes, which one expertise says that teenagers nowadays are craving for safety, acceptance, and validation. They turn to social media because mostly families or parents are too busy to provide it for them. And social media also provides a sense of acceptance, which is comforting for most teenagers nowadays. The other expertise again mentions that if teenagers have a strong sense of self-awareness, they are not going to be negatively influenced by social media. So, does social media affect teenagers' mental health severely? Yes. How severe? Severe enough that if there aren't any temporary solutions or recommendations given, there are most likely going to be cases like this that will rise and it will worsen by time. So in conclusion, there are two sides of social media, whether it's positive or negative. But in this case, most respondents are leaning onto the negative side of social media, and participants are acknowledging that yes, negative impact of social media could impact on their mental health. Thank you for giving me the chance to present this research. God bless you.